Now, I have this picture because it's a child, and my youngest patient has been 4 years old. And the amazing thing is how brilliant our children are. By 3, they know everything, and I have 2 daughters who were most definitely at risk for the symptoms that I had, because it does run in my family, and so I had them hooked up since they're 3. And luckily, it seems to have worked, because now they're in their 20s, and if they do have any symptoms, they're able to use techniques and keep them at bay and keep them under control. So when I say to you that I don't have migraine headache or anxiety disorder anymore, I will say to you that I'm still a sufferer of these things, but these symptoms are in remission. I am in control. And I know there are certain things that I cannot do if I want to stay well. Certain places I don't go, certain people I don't hang out with, certain things I don't do, and it's fine. So it has helped me to set limits with myself and structure my behaviors. Not that I don't take risks, but that I understand what I need to do to stay healthy, and I've taught that to my girls, and I'm very happy that they can do that. And so I had a kid that I worked with starting from age 4, and then he returned for a review at age 7, and we had a few sessions, and he had me sit in the chair, and he goes, I want to be the biofeedback therapist today at 7 years old. And he hooked me up, and he went in the computer, and he hit the right buttons, and he said things to me exactly as I had said them to him. So what I learned from that was be really careful what you say, especially to children, because they will remember. And when you get children in your practice, you get the whole family, as you may already know. So you get 4 or 5 people when you're getting this little kid. Looks easy? No. Getting a whole family. But most of you are primarily working with adults, yes. So, but keep in mind that if you're getting the adults, then there are children somewhere that are having problems. And sometimes it's nice to teach the adults how to teach their children what they have learned. And it also inspires hope in the children. I'm a big advocate for children. And it inspires hope in the children that if their parents are getting help, that they will have a better chance at having a more peaceful life. And so you're really helping a lot of people when you help one person. Because no one person is alone. They're always related to other people. And if they're having a problem, you can bet that everybody related to them is having a problem. And I mean, right now I'm treating whole family, individually. And sometimes we have a family meeting, and I had a family who was the person doing the accidents? That's you, right? Both of you? Okay. I had a call from a family referred by a physician who were in a car accident altogether. And they were all freaked out. And so they all came in, and I had them in all different stations in my center, and they were all hooked up to different things, and I was walking around and, hanging out with all of them and working with all of them, and it was just really helpful because it gave them a tool right away that they could hold on to know that there was something they could do. Because when you're in an accident, you've lost control, you're really in that thing of the illusion of control has been shattered that we all cherish, and and it just, your mortality hits you, and it's terrifying. And so you're in a position that you really need to help people learn to calm themselves down, and these devices and instruments and techniques are invaluable because they're concrete. It's not like you say to somebody, oh, okay, everything's going to be all right. Talk is cheap, But when you actually hook them up and say, you know what, you're breathing 20 breaths a minute. Let's see if we can get it down to 10, to 15, maybe to 10, and then just tell me how you feel. So it's so concrete that you see virtually immediate results. And then another thing we do is we transfer the training into everyday life pretty immediately by giving them either a custom MP3 file for their iPods or a CD that they can take home and put in their iPod or play on their CD player, so that they put you in their pocket. And I suggest that you all create your own CD. And from Donna, I have just learned, if you have Mac, you have this wonderful program called GarageBand on it, where you can create your own file right on the computer and send it to people or give it to people or teach them how to make their own. But that there are other programs available for PCs that will do the same. And it's just a very inexpensive, I feel indispensable part of working with people. They must transfer the training to everyday life immediately. And if you bring them in for an intake and you don't hook them up, they may never come back. Because then you're just like everybody else. You're like every other therapist or a practitioner who just talks. Talk is not going to do it for these people.